Hi guys, I'm back again going through the Brian Koberger case documents, and I'm going through them rather slowly only because I'm taking notes as I go along and just trying to understand how Brian Koberger was tied to this murder. Yes, I am aware that he pled guilty of the unalivings. And however, from my point of view, I don't trust law enforcement per se. Um, I've seen many cases where justice was not served. I've seen cases where the wrong perpetrator was indicted. And in this particular case, I want to dig in through the evidence and just see exactly how law enforcement tied BK to this murder. So we know there's three key pieces of evidence in this case that tied Brian Kohlberger to this murder: the DNA found on the knife sheath, as well as they spotted the white Elantra surrounding the home at the time that it is said that the murders took place. And the other key evidence was they were able to tie his cell phone to the towers around the home during that time, right? Okay, so Mary writes that on November 13th, 2022, now this is the day after the murders, I was informed of a possible surveillance camera located at 1112 King Road. Snyder had spoken with one of the residents at this location. Why, if Snyder was the one communicating with the resident, why didn't he write up this report? That's not really sure how this happens, but I do question that. All right, so the the residents at this location, the name is PC, right? Who had a camera using the Home Eye Pro app on the porch of their dwelling. Snyder provided me with the username and password for the account. I asked Snyder if this video was stored on a cloud based system for me to view or if the resident could download a copy of the video. I was provided an SD card. So there was no really answer to that. We don't know, but he was provided an SD card. Okay. But the file format was not recognized by any of my forensic computers and prompted me to format the disk. Snyder informed me that the resident could screen capture the video from her phone. So, and the card was returned. Oh, hey, Mr. Officer, you know, I can't get you the evidence. I can get you the evidence, but actually, I can actually just screen grab it and send it to you. This is evidence for a quadruple murder, and you want to screen record something? Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. From my perspective, I would do everything I can to hand over these detectives whatever they need to get this fucking bastard that kills these four college students in my fucking neighborhood. Let's continue. So on November 17th, I requested the assistance of Officer John Brzezinski. So now we're adding more people to this evidence, okay? To reconnect with the residents. So, this report is just skipping from November 13th. Now you're going on to November 17th. Instead of adding a new report, he's doing all of this on the 19th. Okay. I requested the assistance of Brzezinski to reconnect with the residents to see if he could provide the video from the camera. And Brzezinski contacted the resident who stated she was in Boise, Idaho until November 28th. Well, that's convenient. Mighty convenient. This is unheard of. Like, who the fuck? Man, fuck Idaho. Are you fucking kidding me? Hang on. So November 28th, was that after? That's after Thanksgiving, huh? All right, so she was away. Boom. We have no idea what now. Now we don't know what's going on with the SD card because it was returned. So as far as we're concerned, where's the evidence? We don't have anything. Okay. Based on my training and experience, he says I know many of the different video surveillance cameras use a first in first out storage retention system. This means the newer data overwrites the older data. Oh, okay. So you were okay with it. Based on your experience, you were okay with handing over the SD card because you knew that it would be overwritten. All right. I was concerned data may be lost. Oh, so now you're concerned. Now you're fucking concerned. The longer the camera continued to record footage, I requested assistance from Officer Aaron Morris to go. Now we have, so now we have Morris Rosinski. Who else is involved here? Snyder and Mowry on one piece of evidence. Um, so he's told Morris to go to the residence and unscrew the camera from its location. The camera screws into a common light bulb base commonly found on patio porch fixtures. Officer Morris returned a short time later with the camera and the SD card. This is insane, you guys. This is insane. On November 18th, I again attempted to view the contents of the SD card. I plugged the card into a write blocker and it still was not recognized by the computer. I used FTK Imager version to make an image of the SD card. Now that the data was on a drive recognized by the operating system, I then used Axiom Magnet version to parse data to the card. In reviewing the data, I found over 13,000 individual images from the card. They appear to be individual video frames from the camera. While attempting to view the data on the card, I received a forwarded email from CN, whose sister MK resides at the residence. So these are other people. The email stated that he was viewing the video remotely when Officer Morris removed the camera. He stated he saw a suspicious vehicle in the area and he was concerned with the video footage stored on the device being overwritten. He stated he saw a suspicious vehicle in the air. Oh, so now November 18th, how many days later after the murder? Oh, so now you're gonna say, yeah, actually, I did see a suspicious video, actually. Now you want to say that, huh? After Now you want to say that after the officer removed the camera from your house. You want to say, "Oh, actually, yeah, I kind of knew about that." Oh my God. I was then put in touch with TL, another resident at King Road, another resident, and stated she would be back in Moscow at approximately what 8 o'clock. I met with Elle at her residence and asked again if she would be willing to assist in recording screen captures on her phone from the device. I explained to Elle I would replace the camera, gather the information, and then take the camera as evidence. I also explained that I need to take the wireless router since the camera was already linked to the network. She stated she would consent and allow both items to be seized. Okay, fine. I reinstalled the camera in the light socket and it powered on. I was able to watch as L accessed the footage on the camera. During this time, the camera showed a vehicle entering the area at 3:56 and then leaving at 4:20 a.m. L provided the videos to me. I uninstalled the camera and seized the wireless router. Both items were then taken back to the Moscow. After they unscrewed and removed the camera, they went back to the home, plugged it right back in, watched it with the person. I'm sorry, watched it with the resident, and they just basically took only, you guys, they basically only took 3:56 to 4:20. Then on November 19th, a day later now, while reviewing the videos located at 3:56 and 4:20. So they only reviewed the videos during this time. That's it. That's where I was going with this. So how about before that? Like what happened? Because we know that a lot happened between 2 and 4. So why would they do that? And then here it conveniently stopped. It appeared the vehicle left and made travel to Walenta Drive. However, the video stopped. Then, not only that, in attempt to see further and gain perhaps a better resolution, I reconstructed the wireless network. He downloaded the Pro app on his work phone. Your work phone is evidence now, sir. You have to also hand in your work phone. Why would you do that? I was able to use the app and downloaded the video clips. These clips included audio. Okay, so on his work phone, he downloaded these clips. Then he captured the clips, disconnected the camera and Wi-Fi, and placed them into evidence. So how about your phone? Did you place your phone into evidence now? No, this is crazy, you guys. This is insane. So that's just only one report about this video, okay? Hang on. Detective Lawrence Mary on November 17th, which is actually 2 days prior to the report I just read about the footage. Okay, so this one's written on November 17th, and it says on November 15th, I received an email from Steve Goncalves, the father of Kaylee Goncalves. He stated he had access to some of Kaylee's messages and phone calls. Steve stated that he would have Olivia, which is Kaylee's sister, contact me about those files. I was able to speak to Olivia, and she sent me various files, including an image from the spokesman review showing a camera on a nearby residence. These people, man, I love the G's. They're relentless. They want to know what happened to Kaylee. I love it. You're not just gonna get away with this. No. Okay. So text messages between Kaylee and Jack Decor, which is her ex-boyfriend. She also had text messages between Kaylee and her Uber driver. I believe it's I believe his name is Ethan. And a recent phone call list and videos from the grub truck, which we have seen those go viral that show Jack Showalter basically hovering over Maddie and Kaylee throughout the night. He follows them from the corner club to the grub truck, which is fucking weird. Okay? That Jack Showalter actually left town on November 8th, on the night of. He left town. Could you imagine that? That's some crazy shit, you guys. Okay, so let me continue. I attached these files to the case file. The communication between Kaylee and Dylan, wait, and Decor was located on Decor's phone examination. The Twitch feed was previously downloaded. The image showing the camera, it was found that the residence was at 1112 King Road. The SD card from the camera was brought to the Moscow Police Department. Okay, tell me, this is crazy, you guys. Look at Kava's doing the fucking work for them. The G's are like, hey, I know, excuse me, I know there's surveillance out there, you guys. So, I already read that. The SD card from the camera was brought to Moscow, but was the file system. These people don't know how to fucking type. The SD card from the camera was brought to the Moscow Police Department, but was the file system of the card was not recognized by any of the forensic computers. Can't make this shit up. Is that you can't make this shit up. Wait till you guys hear about the refrigerator that coincidentally stopped working, and they lost a slew of evidence that was collected and stored in that refrigerator. Could you imagine these people? On November 17th, Brzezinski recontacted the owner of the camera. Yeah, we know. We know you fucked up. But she said she was out of town, but sent a video to. She was out of town, but sent a video to Brzezinski showing a figure walking to the dumpster and appeared to look inside. Huh. So, uh, how is this evidence acceptable? How was that even acceptable as evidence? Come on. To preserve any potential evidence on the camera, I asked the resident if we could seize the entire device, including the SD card, to which she stated yes. Resident stated she would not be back to Moscow until approximately November 28th. I directed the resident to contact me when she returns to her residence, at which time I will attempt to connect the camera back to her Wi-Fi. Whoa, you guys. This can wait. This can totally wait, you guys. We don't care that we have the perps on my... I don't care that my Ring camera picked up the perps. Who gives a shit? I'm enjoying my holidays with my family. That's how this reads to me. And this is fucking disgusting. And I have so much more that I want to talk about, but I'm thinking of... I'm honestly thinking of just streaming and doing it on a YouTube format for you guys. And again, I just want to emphasize that this is for educational purposes. This is because I am a minority in this country and I care about our fucking rights being violated. Bye for now.